happy Monday. Today this week I am testing out something new for the YouTube because I thought it'd be fun. And so I'm going to show you guys my week in sewing. So I'm going to vlog little bits of my week so you guys can see how much I sew and what I do, and generally, you know, the other types of sewing jobs and editing and blogging and all sorts of stuff I do. So I'm looking forward to you guys joining me this week. It hopefully won't be too bitty and will be fun to watch. It is completely new for me, so I'm quite nervous. But yeah, if you guys like it, let me know in the comments below. Give me a wee like, give some love. And yeah, let me know if your sewing week's similar, or if you're like, what are you doing? I only sew at weekends. Cards on the table have got a lot more sewing time at the moment because I'm working from home. Normally my job is a lot busier. But I will be going in for some events next week. So my sewing time will kind of fluctuate. But this week I've got some great projects on. I'm pattern testing, so I won't be able to show you guys what I'm making, but I'll take you along with me at least for some of the sewing bits. And yeah, I've got some other little projects to do, as well as finishing off some big projects. So looking forward to having you guys with me this week. So as you can see, it's Monday morning. I'm surrounded by my window plants and my lovely desk cut up. And the only sewing job I've got to do right now is quickly pop this fabric here onto pre-wash. I can't tell you guys what I'm using it for. It's a pattern test, so can't mention it. But I'm very excited to start using it. It's a poly cotton, so I'm not too worried about it gentle washing it or anything. I'll just chuck it in the washing machine so it doesn't shrink when I use it. So it's the end of Monday. I've not done as much sewing today as I wanted to, partially because the post actually never came today, so the pattern pieces I'm waiting for aren't here, which is frustrating, because it's for a pattern test and I have a deadline. And also because I sat and edited for like 3 hours today, 2 or 3 hours, because my phone was so full of videos I had to get them all off, and ironically I couldn't time-lapse myself editing because of all the videos on my phone, which is a bit of a self-defeating prophecy. So what I'm going to do is, there'll be plenty of other editing this week, so I'll take you guys along with some of that. But little raglan dress update. Here we are, so there's some pins in it, so I need to be very careful how I pick this up. It's absolutely baffling. The instructions don't really exist. They just say do the first step, and you're like, okay. And the first step is construct your garment, which is really stupid. Can you tell I'm getting frustrated? But here it is, inside out. So it's very, very, very long. It's clearly made for someone at least twice the height of me, so it's gonna, honestly I could probably get another garment out of the way. I'm gonna hem this. But my raglan sleeves are half on, so the fronts and backs are on. I just need to do the underarm seam all the way down, and then we will be on to fun neckline stuff tomorrow. So that's going to go in the proper vlog for this dress, but I'm pretty happy with it to start with. And I've just given it a press as well, so all the seams are fixed, and then I might actually do some pre-work sewing tomorrow. So I'm hoping that pattern pieces will arrive tomorrow and let me start this pattern test, because obviously I'm doing this to help somebody and to actually have committed to a deadline, so it's really stressing me out. I'm just double checking, so I make a list in my little sewing notebook to see kind of roughly if I've got a really busy week, just to make sure I don't forget to do anything. So yeah, today was meant to be some pattern adjusting. But that's okay. So tomorrow morning I'm going to do a little bit of sewing before work, I think, and fingers crossed pattern pieces will arrive so I can make a toile for this pattern after work. However, other little job I've got to do in the morning is I must make a second pillowcase for one of our sofa cushions because it keeps leaking feathers everywhere. So I've done one of them, but that might also be a very, very quick 5-minute pre-work job, just run one up. But otherwise, I'm going to go give this a last iron and then head up to bed. Good morning everyone, it is Tuesday, yay! So I'm about to super quickly swap over the thread on my machine and then have a crack at the second pillowcase of the sofa because there's feathers everywhere, it really needs to be done. So I'm going to have a go at that before work, but I'll take you with me for threading my machine because I know that every machine is different and could be interesting. Also just done a quick repair job this morning that I've been putting off for absolutely weeks. This is an upcycle top that I made from a very long, thin and incredibly unflattering dress from H&M. So I have upcycled it into this, but I hadn't hemmed it and I hadn't done the top. So that is now done and it can go upstairs into the wardrobe so I can wear it. Here's the situation with the cushion cover. So this is obviously the front over here, fine, continuous square. This is a lovely rectangle. Fine, the size it should be. Unfortunately, I did not have enough because I've already made 2 of these cushions, so I did not have enough to make a final back piece. So this morning I'm just going to patchwork this together basically with a very small seam allowance, and then that will go, because it's like an envelope cushion, once this is together this will basically cover most of it, which will be fine. But for now, unfortunately, that is going to have to be the way it is, but luckily it's at the back, so it's fine. And it's only for our house, it's not for anywhere, like, not giving it to anyone. I am 99% done. Here we go, lovely cushion case. However, my bobbin ran out, but now I don't have time, so I've got to go to work, so it'll just be a quick after work finish, but happy with some pre-work sewing jobs this morning. It's nice sometimes to get the little bits and pieces that you've been putting off and just do them when you have a time limit. It really helps me anyway. So now, to reset the desk for my work day. So I have just finished work and released finally my month anniversary video for YouTube, and I've released it on my Instagram. So I've just done some talking to my story, and the YouTube link is below if you want to go check it out if you're watching this vlog. And yeah, I can't quite believe it. So Sewn on the Tyne mentioned me in her August roundup, which was so sweet of her because I wasn't expecting it. And then I've got nearly 200 followers. I think actually no, over 200 followers now since she did that. So welcome, by the way, to anyone who's come from that. It's lovely to see you. And yeah, if you want to make any suggestions or comments or anything, let me know in the comments below. I love being able to provide content that everyone likes, really. So now I'm going to do a quick workout, and then I've got lots of sewing jobs to do. So my partner we're both working out at the same time, then my partner's gonna go for a run so I can get lots of sewing in while he's out, because we'll be gone for like an hour. So it's kind of the dream. Also, I will show you guys when I'm downstairs. I desperately need to hoover, because after I cut out the fabric for my raglan dress, the floor is like black and red from all of the viscose like threads and like fraying. It's all over the floor, and I didn't really notice it till I came to the house earlier and went, oh my goodness. So there may have to be a small clean. You might see a fun time lapse of that. There's a lot to do. So that is, though, it's part of sewing. It's not just making stuff. There's always clearing up and finding pins and all that kind of stuff as well. So I'm gonna go for my little workout now, and then more sewing, really. So the next job for me this evening is, sorry my hair's wet now, my next job is to iron this. I've got 3 meters of it, it's pink poly cotton. It's gorgeous actually, the colour's not showing up very well in there, but it's like a proper blush, almost like a millennial blush pink. And I will be making my pattern test in it. I'm so excited. However, I don't know what's going on with the post, but my pattern pieces still haven't arrived. So it's going to be literal, so my deadline's Monday and I've got to make a 12 first and then make the actual thing. So it is going to be a little bit tight, I think. So there may be a lot of speed sewing later in the week, but we will see how we get on. For now, I've got to get this ironed so it's not just floating in the kitchen like an enormous fabric ghost. So I'm going to get this ironed and then hopefully we'll get to do some actual sewing this evening. Good morning everyone. So it is Wednesday. I didn't manage to get any more sewing done last night because I fell asleep after tea. It's been a busy week so far because this is also the induction week for my MA, so I'm working full time, dipping out of work to go to those sessions, and then obviously sewing and doing everything else. So bear with me, it's a busy week. Fingers crossed my pattern pieces will arrive today and then I can actually get started on this pattern test because I really need to. But just now you guys can join me because I need to do a bit of editing before work, and then it will be sewing after work today, straight on to the raglan dress. So it's now 9 o'clock, I now really need to start work. So editing is done, first 2 days of the vlog done, and now I will just be keenly watching out for our postman and fingers crossed I actually get the stuff I need to do today. If not, oh sorry my throat's gone. If not, raglan dress evening is what it is really. But today's also very exciting. I've dressed up a bit today. You may notice the top that I fixed yesterday because I'm meeting my personal tutor for the very first time, albeit online. So it's an exciting day academically as well as for sewing. So taking a super quick break from work because the post has finally arrived and brought things that actually belong to me in it. It's so exciting. So first of all, this mystery envelope are my pattern pieces, which means I can finally get cracking on my pattern test. So I'm afraid the raglan dress is going to have to step aside this evening and I'm going to do the entire toile this evening, I think. So lots of sewing to be done tonight. Literally the second I finish work, I think I'm going to shower and put on some comfy clothes, headphones on, and just start sewing because I don't have to. I have the luxury with this make actually where I'm not really allowed to video along with it, so I can just make it for me. But the flip side of that is I'm making it to pattern test, so I do really have to concentrate. So you guys will get some time lapses, probably of me working on the toile and fitting, but I will, actually it'll be quite nice to just make something and not slow down the process. However, something else very fun arrived in the post, which is some fabric from Sewing at number 51. I've never used them before, but this is my first purchase from them and it's beautiful. It's this like cotton poplin. It's got these burgundies in it and this sort of peachy orange background, which is so autumnal. I think it goes really nice with my hair. But it's got some little light blue bits in it, so I think it transitions really well and I can definitely still see myself wearing this in the summer. So I'm so excited. I've uploaded a proper talk through the fabric onto my Instagram as per usual, and they will be featuring this Fabric Friday on the blog. So head over and, you know, see what I've got to say about it. But yeah, so it's been a very productive lunchtime. Now I'm going to head back to work, and then after work, lots of sewing. So much sewing. So, finished work and went for a nice walk with Adam, and I've managed to get the under seam done on my raglan dress, which is great. So now it looks like an actual dress somebody would wear. It is so long. Like, oh my god, it's like the picture sort of shows it to be like kind of knee length, maybe a bit lower, but for me this is like nearly ankle. I don't know if they have very tall pattern testers, but it's so like, I'm like here, and it's basically full length. So there'll be a lot to do to this, but at least now it actually looks like a dress, which is very exciting. So the next step will be to have a crack at this gathered neckline, because it's got a big necktie, and then I think shoulder seams on top done after we do the neckline, and then we'll be able to assess the extent to which I will need to hem it. But for now, I'm gonna iron this and then break, make tea, and then we're on to toiles for my pattern test, which is very exciting. So, it is Wednesday evening, a miracle has been achieved. I have a toile of my pattern test, which is great. So I'll take some pictures, I'll do the some of the final notions in the morning in the light, and then I'll take some pictures and upload to the group with my comments so far on the pattern, which will be great. Tomorrow's a super busy day. I don't generally do very much sewing on Thursdays because I have my driving lesson after work, and then I also teach yoga on a Thursday night from home, obviously, at the moment. So it's a really busy evening, but what I might do is I'm going to leave my sewing machine out tonight rather than reset the desk, and I'm going to try and get up slightly earlier tomorrow, do a little bit of morning sewing on my raglan dress, because again, it's so much easier to work on that dress in the light because it's a basically black base fabric with black thread, and I find at night it's so hard to actually see what I'm doing on like a really detailed level. So I might have a crack at that first thing in the morning, but I've got a very busy work day tomorrow as well. So potentially limited sewing. There will definitely be some editing and some blogging though, so look out for that. And yeah, it's been a busy evening actually. I have just headphones in, music on, sewed for the last hour and a half just to get this toile done. I wish I could show you guys, but when the pattern is released I will put loads of photos up on my Instagram so you can see how I got on with the process. But otherwise, excuse me, I'm gonna go to bed and hopefully early morning sewing. Good morning everyone. So it is Thursday, my busiest generally non-sewing day. So last night I managed to get my toile together except for the hem, so I'm going to do that quickly before work now so that it's done, and I might just chuck the buttons on and then I can take the pictures, it's done, they can review it, and I can start the actual garment tonight. I've also got some blogging to do this morning and a little bit of editing to do before work to make sure I kind of stay on top of it, because today is going to be a very long day. So minimal sewing until hopefully this evening when I can get a bit done. But otherwise, do bear with me, Thursdays are not the most interesting day for that, but lots of other stuff happens. Good morning everyone. So last night was a bit of a self-care night because yesterday was just insane, really absolutely hellish. Very busy work day, driving lesson, yoga, all sorts of stuff. And my first MA lecture, so no sewing yesterday. However, it's Friday, yay! So that means a lot of sewing, like so much. I might pop downstairs now. I've got 40 minutes before work, which is about enough time to do some buttonholes and things. So I'm going to finish off my toile, take some pictures today on my lunch break so it's uploaded to the group. And then honestly I might just do my raglan dress tonight and just absolutely smash through it and do loads, because I feel like I've sort of, because the instructions pissed me off a bit, the first step, sorry, I kind of have gone, oh well, I don't really want to work on it, but actually I do, because the garment itself I really like and it's really pretty, so I'm just going to push through and have an actual go at the neckline today. So fingers crossed we will have something eminently wearable shortly. So it is Friday, 5 PM, woo! My latest blog post has just gone out, it's Fabric Friday, so this week we are focusing on sewing at number 51. It probably won't be the last time you hear me talking about those, because I've arranged to do a guest post with them, so that'll be coming out in the next couple of weeks, so keep an eye out for that. It's that fabric I showed you the other day, it's absolutely gorgeous, but you can go and check out the blog. I've put the link in the description so you can see it. Now, Friday night sewing. So I did a slightly shorter day at work today, however I didn't start vlogging because I was just finishing off that pattern test. So you're going to join me for the very last bit because I did it and I've put the buttons in the wrong place. So I'm going to do that on a time lapse with you guys now, and if I can show you the corner, that's where I put it, that's where it should be. So we're just going to readjust all of those. Adam is out for a run, so I have full floor space, so proper raglan dress time. I need to get going. As I said, like, I think I have been avoiding it because I found the pattern frustrating, but make a cup of tea, take a big breath, chuck something good on the TV, and we will get going with it, because I really want to wear it, and in my head I've earmarked wearing it to work on Tuesday, like this Tuesday coming, because it's my first event back in the building. I will still be working from home, but luckily I don't actually have to go in for anything other than events, which is much safer, so that's good. So yeah, I kind of want to wear it to that as a sort of yay, I'm back. So having that goal in mind really helps me. We're having quite a chill night tonight and then doing kind of a date night tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to a night full of sewing, headphones on, just relaxed, and you guys can join me. So the pattern test is done, woo! Turns out once you do the toile and figure out the difficult bits, that making the actual thing took me 45 minutes, if that, probably about half an hour. I'll give you a little, it's pink and it goes in the lower half of your body and it may be a skirt, but I won't show you guys the details. Also, I have to share this with you. So, picture is coming up now. Is what happens when you are listening to something hilarious and trying to sew buttons on with your machine. I don't think it's in the time lapse, I think I'd stopped it before, but I really bent one of my machine needles because I just was not paying attention. Button slipped, my machine made a god awful noise, like I had to just switch it off because I was like, oh Jesus. Yeah, new needle for the machine. Sorry machine. So now I am going to get back into my comfy clothes, hair up, maybe have a glass of wine, and get going with some sewing for my raglan dress. Good morning everybody! So it is Saturday, woo! And I am determined I'm just going to finish my raglan dress today. I am just going to radio on and do it. Now I am obviously vlogging that properly for so long, so there will be less vlogging today. But I'll try and add in some of the time lapses that I film for it so you guys can get a sense of what I'm up to. The reason I want to get it done today because the pattern's frustrating me. So I want to get it done and edited and then I can put it up tomorrow, which is just beautiful, done. And then tomorrow I've got a really exciting idea for a pattern hack I want to do, and also I will be writing about it as my first guest blog post for a fabric company, woo! Which will be sewing at number 51. So I'm so excited. I'm going to try and get the pattern hack done this week. But yeah, so you join me for a Saturday. Nice chilled sewing outfit today. Hair is up, podcast will go on, and I will just sew until I am done, because that is one thing. I am somebody who can sew for a bit, or I can sew literally all day and it doesn't bother me. So that will be today, I think, and then tomorrow Adam and I are going to go do some nice stuff together and go, you know, go for walks and things while it's still fairly sunny. So let me clear my desk because it's become covered in crap, and then we'll get some sewing done. So you're joining me from my iPad because I'm going to now have to take an editing break from sewing because my phone's full. It's quite good actually because it makes you take a break and do something different and then come back to it with fresh eyes. But I've done a lot today. So the sleeves on top are done. Neckline is gathered. We did last night. The keyhole opening has been secured. So it goes down actually a lot lower than I thought I did. So God knows what bra I'll actually be able to wear with this. I may have to, once it's done, try it on and sew it up to, you know, where it's actually appropriate for someone of my size. The other thing you will notice, so one sleeve is done, which I love. I love the sleeves. The sleeve's so comfy. And I love the way it sits on the bust. It's really nice. The one thing I would say though is, you can't see it, but this goes down to my, actually I'm going to change the angle. There we go. If my iPad falls over, I'm sorry. There we go. So I'm going to step right the way back here so you guys can see it's incredibly long. So I have measured that if I was to make this knee length, I'd have to cut off a foot worth of fabric, not my actual foot, obviously. I just realised how ridiculous that sounds. Yeah, 14 inches I will have to cut off to make this even like knee length on me, which I think I am actually going to do because this looks ridiculous. I'm 5'2". I also look a bit pregnant, which I, you know, don't like as a 23-year-old. It's, you know, not the look I'm going for. I like the enormous sleeves. I love the raglan. I love the back. I love the neckline. But in order for me not to just look a bit ridiculous, I'm going to have to make it shorter. The other thing I would do if I was going to leave it long, and if you are short and making this and you're going to leave it long, I would recommend picking your size based on your bust and then taking it in a lot, so at least you'd get like a slimmer silhouette, because that looks prettier already. But yeah, I'm going to keep the loose silhouette but bring it up to about there, which looks insane. Let's see if I can fold it to show you guys. Yeah, so you're still getting that loose thing, but it's there, a little bit more 60s, more leg, so I can wear it with heeled boots and not look ridiculous. So, editing break now. I'm going to time lapse it on my iPad so you guys can see what I'm getting up to, and then back to vlog filming. Everybody, so I've taken you with me for a fair amount of my sewing today, but I'll give you a little rundown of what I've actually done today. So As you'll have seen on the last video, the dress was way ridiculously long and I had some other bits to do. I've now hacked the foot off the bottom of it and it already looks better. So no more sewing for today. I'm going to finish the sleeves and the neck tomorrow, and then it's just hemming it and it's done, which is really exciting. So I need to get some decent pictures tomorrow, and I've been asked to take hiccups some extra photos of my pattern test so that the designer can use some photos on the website, which is really sweet, and I'm really happy. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. And then, so I sewed from 10:30, 11ish until lunchtime, had an editing break, then did some more this afternoon, and then Adam and I went out for a walk. And as per I have a bit of a walk ritual where I don't take my phone, because I get work emails, I get work calls, I get obviously Instagram notifications and everything. So when I go for a walk, I love walking in the countryside, but I like to not have my phone. So Adam takes his, I left mine here. We were gone for like an hour and a half, which was so lovely. And now I've just made pasta bake, it's in the oven. So I'm going to finish off with some editing bits, and I've made the thumbnail for this vlog, which is exciting. And then it's date night tonight, so no sewing, just movie, dinner, glass of wine, and relax with my partner. It's also celebrating, we've actually now lived together as of today for 5 years, which is very exciting. I mean, we've only been together for like 3.5, but we were in halls together at uni, and like rooms next to each other, and have been like best friends, and we met 5 years ago. So having a nice date night to celebrate something really sweet. And I'll be back in the morning. So I'm aiming for, I'll tell you guys because it keeps me accountable as well, which is great. In the morning, I am going to complete my raglan dress, just bang it off, done. Because there's only like 3 things I need to do, which is, you know, bag out the necktie, attach it, finish off one sleeve and hem it, and then we are done. So nice and quick, and then get some nice photos of that, take some pictures of my toile, remember to eat something. I have been great for vlogging this week, but awful for eating 3 meals a day. I've been absolutely dire. So I'm going to make sure that I actually stop and have lunch tomorrow. And then in the afternoon, I think some fun pattern hack sewing, which I will take you guys along with me for a little bit of, but it's going to be for a guest blog post. But it's something I wanted to do anyway. And then sewing at number 51 were like, do you want to blog about it? And I was like, yes I do. So I will be getting some fabric back for that as well, which is very sweet. And I am working on something very exciting for nearly reaching 1k. I am 40 followers away on Instagram, so if anyone wants to go and help me get to 1k, there's a very exciting event happening when I get to 1k, so keep an eye out, and I'm really looking forward to it. Otherwise, have a wonderful rest of your Saturday night. I'm going to go enjoy mine with my partner. Good morning everyone, we have made it to Sunday, woo! So I got a fair way through my raglan dress yesterday. I had a lovely kind of relationship afternoon with Adam, it was really nice. We went for a lovely long walk, we had tea, and we watched Commando, which is a fantastic Arnie film for anyone who loves a good action film, which I do. I love action films and rom-coms weirdly, and I don't know, it's a weird mix, but I love it. So today, I keep saying this, but I am actually going to finish the raglan dress today. I am, because I've got one sleeve wrist like elastic to do, and then I've got the neckline, and I've got to hem it. So hemming I need to hang it up, so it's because I cut it yesterday, as I think, if not already in the video, I will show you guys now. So yeah, I've cut it, so I just need to hang it up and make sure it's straight across the way, because it's that style of dress where you can't cut it quite straight on the floor because you can't really see it. So I think one side's slightly longer, so I'm going to make sure it's even. And then the necktie should be alright because it's just bagging it out and attaching it, so it should be fine. And then Adam is going to be my hopefully willing but possibly unwilling photographer for my pattern test, which is the Brie skirt from Cutting Thread. I am allowed to say that because lots of people are, so I guess I'm just going to jump on there. So we're going to do that. I might time lapse, take some photos so you guys can see just how awkward it is. It's really fun. And then I think I'm going to start my pattern hack this afternoon, but I may also need to edit because I'd like to get the raglan dress vlog up tonight, which I know is a bit ambitious, but as long as I reckon I've got an hour of sewing really to do on it. So then some editing, some blogging, and we'll get that up to be released tonight for my lovely YouTube people, and then you guys will get this, so you will be seeing this the week after I filmed this whole week, but I want to make sure that you guys see my entire Sunday. So there's going to be lots of preparing for next week as well, so back into a busy time. But for now I'm going to grab some breakfast and then we'll do some sewing. Hi everyone, so we're done, yay! I actually quite like the neckline, it's really comfy, and I like that it's work appropriate, so it's pretty and it's, you know, a bit fashionable, but covers cleavage, which is always good for work, and also it's going to be nice in the winter, keep my neck warm, which is always a plus. I'll stand up and show you. Mine's ended up just above the knee, so I'm going to belt it really when I wear it, just to give myself a bit of silhouette, but I love the sleeves and I love the neck. So next jobs for today are, I need to clean up because there is viscose strands everywhere, like literally it's ridiculous, and then it's editing, editing, and I think blogging along with this a little bit. I'm not going to do like a sew along blog because obviously I've done a vlog for it, but I think I am going to do a little blog to go along with it, just to explain some little kind of tips and tricks with using the pattern, so hopefully that's helpful. If you want to go have a go at this pattern, it's Trend Patterns Raglan Dress, and you can have a look at my blog and my vlog, which came out last weekend. So now, yeah, I also need to eat something. I spoke about this the other day. I'm terrible at actually eating 3 meals. It is like 2 o'clock and I've not eaten anything today, and I honestly didn't notice until a minute ago, and I was like, I'm quite hungry, so I'm gonna go have some lunch. Quick break, eye break, and then we will get tidying up and planning for my week ahead as well. So there we are, a whole week of vlogging. It's been a really busy week for so many reasons. I've tried to include you guys in my sewing as much as possible, and also the other stuff I do for my sewing, so my editing and blogging and vlogging and everything. So if you want to see more detail about the raglan dress I've been making this week, the vlog is now live, so you can head over. The video is linked below in the description, so you can go have a look at that. Things I have learnt from a week worth of vlogging is that it's actually quite hard to make every day seem interesting, but I've tried to be as kind of genuine and honest as I can. Like on Thursdays I don't really do any sewing because, you know, life is what life is. So this week coming, I have finally finished my raglan dress, so it will be on to guest posting for sewing at number 51, creating my pattern hack, which I'm super excited to get started on. I haven't decided yet whether it'll be a midweek kind of relaxing challenge or if I'll do it at the weekend. And also I'll be able to reveal to you guys exactly what I made for my pattern test on Friday the 25th when the pattern is launched. So by the time this video goes out, you can head over to my Instagram and see what I made and what I was getting up to this week. But otherwise, thank you all so much for joining me. I hope this was even vaguely interesting. If you did enjoy it, let me know, drop me a comment if your week looks the same, different, whatever. I probably won't do these regularly, but I might do them every now and then, depending on the kind of sewing landscape of my life. But yeah, you know, give it a like, comment, share and subscribe.